Welcome, everybody. Tonight we are playing the Green Knight. It is going to be a tale of honor or dishonor. We shall find out. Joining me is Jess as Vip. And we will go through all the characters once we get going. Ryan as Sir Renault. Ducky, whose camera is down, so his character art is in his window. He is playing Edwin. And we have Matt here as Uhtred. So I am going to be the king, clearly, of this. And before we begin, I would like to shout out Heimat der Katastrophe. So if you follow our Merkborg game, you do know that they allowed us the use of the soundtrack by Noel. And I was chatting with them, and they said, you guys have you are free to use all of our music if you'd like, as long as we give credit. So you'll check out in the bottom left-hand corner. I have selections from Noel. What is that? Citadel Fortress, Cormorg, and Pafund. So go check them out. The link's below. Really awesome guys making some cool stuff. And I guess that's it. We're using Foundry. This is just a generic module, so there's no developers to shout out other than the Foundry guys. So, but as much as we appreciate your patronage, there's currently going to be no blesses, no banes, no buying of shields or anything of that sort. We'll see how it goes. If the players fail miserably in this, maybe we'll open that up. But we do appreciate any cheers. If you'd like to do that, that's totally cool. What else? I don't know. Do we have any other housekeeping things to talk about? And then what I'm going to do is kind of run through what this game's all about. Nothing?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, so because the players have never played this, the rule set is very simple, though, which is nice. So it's a single D20. You'll notice below all of their pictures, there's a skull with a number 10 on it. That is going to represent their current dishonor. And the way it works is if they succeed at an honorable action, they gain honor, which makes it easier to succeed at honorable actions. However, if they fail at an honorable action, the result is something cowardly, and they suffer a point of dishonor, which leads them higher and higher up the track. And if you hit 20 dishonor, your adventure is over. There's no hit points. Hey, 4 gathers. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I'm just going over the rules right now. So anyway, it's this interesting balancing act between honorable actions and dishonorable actions. Sometimes you may need to do something dishonorable. Maybe that's the quickest route to succeed at something. So you may sacrifice a point like that. But yeah, it's a D20 roll only. There's no death in this game. There's no hit points. There is only honor and dishonor. So that is the theme. If you've seen the film, you'll understand. If you haven't seen the film, I highly encourage you to check it out. It's a great one. So, let's see. And also, I'll tell the players the way we will begin is initiative order. So the way initiative works in this game is you roll an authority check, which you can see on your character sheets. If you have a modifier, you would add that. And that designates who goes first. Whoever is first in the initiative order is the initiative leader. And they have the power to decide if an encounter is over. Okay, so and every time you go through a round of initiative, respect my authority check. Yeah, you got it wrong, go. So every time, so at the beginning of an encounter, everyone suffers a point of dishonor, because they have been delayed on their quest to meet the Green Knight at the chapel. And what that means is the longer they take on these encounters, so when it gets back to the top of the initiative order again, they suffer another point of dishonor because they are continually delayed. Because they, like I said, they made a pact with the Green Knight. They need to meet him at the chapel 1 year hence and face him. So that's going to be an interesting. I'll talk everybody through it as we go, because I know this is the first time we're playing this. What else? That's pretty much it. So When it's your turn, you got, like I said, you guys can converse out of order. You can strategize. You can all that stuff. That's not going to count as a turn. But when you want to do an action, something that could potentially be detrimental. So if you want to attack somebody, if you want to sneak up on somebody, if you want to intimidate somebody, if you want to persuade somebody, that requires a roll, that you can do one of those things on your turn. So I think that's it. Players, do you have any questions before we begin?
I hope not. Are we filtering? Are we filtering? Is this a thing we're doing, Matt? 1 second.
My guy was kind of like
yeah,
half pagan,
yeah.
so
If you guys got a filter, go for it.
I'd had to have the dreamy Viking blue eyes.
Yeah.
I'm a knight. Let me see if I can find.
Good Vip. Yes.
Do better. All right, let's do this.
Oh man.
Just as cheap.
Perfect. Yeah, you look like Vip. All right, so as you can see, our adventure is beginning. So let's get some adventure beginning music going here. All right. So if everybody is ready, oh man, you're really glistening there. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think it helps if you see your face a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm
not going for it.
All right.
Okay, let's begin, everybody. How's the music? Is the music too loud? Chat, does it sound okay?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to you? All right, let's say it's good until we hear otherwise. All right, you find yourselves at a tavern where many roads meet. Almost 1 year ago to the day, each of you was visited by the mysterious Green Knight. Although you were miles apart, it seems that these visits occurred simultaneously. And you all harmed the Green Knight in some way, with the knight's promise that he would return the damage done to him 1 year hence. Now, shortly before that year is up, you meet the beginning of your journey. And as you sit here, sitting around this table, you're all kind of exchanging stories, describing why you're here. So why don't we begin that way? You guys are all huddled around this table we see here. There's a fire burning. It's pretty humble tavern. So let's start with Vip. Tell us what brought you here, how you met the Green Knight. Oh, mutes in the chat. Yay.
That's the second time with that mic.
Dang it. Is it
There
working
we
now?
go. Yeah, you're working
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's get in Vip voice.
Vip voice.
So I
Asshole.
was
It's not
This
racist.
is not great.
Yeah, try not to be racist.
I'm trying so hard.
Oh, I think I took that one out.
I was in a crusty little tavern, much like this one. This is not the voice I imagined. I was feeling a bit drunk, as I often am, and you know, I'm a bard. I sing and dance for a living, and I was on the bar dancing with my crab horn, and I accidentally hit the Green Knight with it, and he didn't seem to mind too much. I think he kind of liked it because he invited me to a green chapel 1 year hence, so I think I'm playing at his wedding or something.
Nice. So a very a confused participant in the game.
Yep.
So then the story moves on to Sir Reynolds. So tell us, Sir Reynolds, what brought you here? How did you confront the Green Knight? Oh, we got another mute? Holy
Unbelievable.
shit. 2
Unbelievable.
mutes?
I was practicing my voice.
Oh, I saw your mouth moving, and that was it.
Yeah.
Great.
I was like,
great.
I gotta find Sir Renault real quick.
Oh, gotcha.
So I had just left the field of battle, still covered in the blood of my enemies. And this figure rose in front of me. The rage still filled me. Before I knew what I was doing, I struck it down and then saw who it was. It was the Green Knight. With his last words, he told me to be at the Green Chapel 1 year hence, and disappeared.
Okay. All right, and now let's move on to Edwin the Hunter. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell the classes. So Vip is a bard, Sir Reynold is a knight. Edwin our hunter. Describe your encounter with the Green Knight and what led you to this here. Led you here.
Well, I was sitting in a tree. I was about to shoot this deer with my arrow, and this mist fills the forest. I don't know what it was. I got down from the tree, and there he was standing in front of me, claiming this forest was his. And I put an arrow right between his eyes. I protect the forest, it is mine. And now, well, I guess I'm on my way to this chapel as well.
All right. Last but not least, Uhtred. Tell us your tale. The encounter with the Green Knight.
Name's Uhtred, son of Uhtred. I was actually in the woods. I had taken some time off from my father's castle to go see a pagan friend of mine. She had been spending the previous evening placing fey enchantments upon my blade, if you know what I mean. So the next morning, the Green Knight came out because he would not give me my sword. He threatened my friend for using her fey magics without permission within his wood. So I took the longsword and beheaded him.
Oh.
A year from now, I'm fulfilling my oath. I'm serving my Christian king. And I'm fully savoring life with my pagan friend. But the next time I find the Green Knight, I imagine he will behead me with my sword, Serpent Breath.
Oh, wow. Your own sword. Interesting.
It's been named since then, yes.
Okay. So, you guys all are gathering around, having some food and drink. And the night passes with anxious revelry. And then in the stark morning light, you get the first clear look at the other members of your party. You will face your destinies together. So let's move on to a new scene. And I will get your guys' tokens in here so you can see it. Give me 1 second. All right. And Vip. Okay. So we come to our first encounter that needs new music. Here we are. So, let me get this out of the way. Only a few hours into your journey, the familiarity of the tavern, let alone your homes, has faded long into the distance. The woods on this path are like nothing you've seen before. Mysteriously gnarled branches, dark foreign shadows, and a cold wind surround you. You're focusing so much on the eeriness that you almost don't notice the overturned cart right in front of you. The cart looks to have been the subject of an ambush. Arrows stick out of the side of the cart. Peasants' bodies litter the road. The scene is quiet. Maybe too quiet. What will you do? So, the first thing I need to do for everybody, because you have been delayed, all of you gain 1 point of dishonor, which will be reflected in 1 second on the overlay.
Did I see anything in Foundry, or is it just for the rolls?
Yeah, it looks
Just for rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, all you gotta do is worry about rolling a d20 in this thing.
So we can slide our dishonor to 9, basically. Like left.
Yeah, so you move to the right on the dishonor scale.
Oh,
Right.
because of death. Okay. I
Honor,
gotcha.
yeah, because
Move right.
yeah, as you get higher toward 20 and you want to do a dishonorable action, it becomes easier to succeed at that because you roll below. If you're if you want to succeed in an honorable action, you have to roll above that.
Oh, sweet.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah, so it just gets harder and harder.
Yeah,
to do.
exactly. Any bonuses you have, so any pluses, will be for honorable, right? So they will add to your roll. However, if it is a dishonorable action, those pluses become negatives.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of a cool flip flop.
Okay.
All right, so the first thing I think we're gonna do is, does anybody first of all have a bonus to authority?
Nay.
Nay. Vip does. What about Edwin or Sir Renault?
No, for me.
No.
I do not.
All right, let's just use the combat tracker then. So I'll put you guys into combat. This is not combat. This is just to. So why don't you get? Whoa, lords and ladies! Welcome, lords and ladies. Thank you for the follow. We are playing The Green Knight, based on the film by David Lowery and put out by A24. Thank you for the raid.
Yeah, baby.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You have arrived just in time because we have just started our first encounter. We already did player introductions, and we are moving on to the first encounter. They have found a mysterious cart that has been overturned. There are peasant bodies littered about, and there are arrows sticking out of this cart. Something has happened. And the forest is like nothing they've seen before. It's twisted and gnarled, and there's a strange energy here. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is roll for initiative. So if you go to the combat tracker, Matt, I know you're new, that would be the fist icon
Okay.
in the upper right. You can click a D20. Yeah, Bruce Gaskin, you need to see it. It's great. Love it.
Yeah, I still have not got to see it. So
So I just press on the dice that's right next to you.
Yeah, so I need, yeah, exactly. You got it. Perfect.
So
Okay,
it's-
so let me adjust VIP. So what is your authority bonus, VIP? Plus what?
+2.
+2, so I'll just say then you got a 9. You're still at the end. Okay.
Wah, wah.
So everyone has been given a point of dishonor. Does anybody want any clarification on what an honorable action or a dishonorable action is? I can give you some examples if you would like. No?
Yeah.
Yes?
We'll find out. I mean, you're going to tell us.
Well, I'll just tell. Yeah, I'll always determine if something's dishonorable. I'll just give you. Here's just like a quick list. So, some dishonorable actions may be striking or harming an innocent, striking or harming an unarmed foe, running away from a battle, use of a trap, trickery, or deceit, needless destruction or death, using poison of any kind for any purpose. So those are some examples. However, there are going to be many more. I'm sure you guys will be creative to think of some. So I will let you know if it's dishonorable, and then you can choose to change your mind or go with the roll. You're not forced to do that. So, all right, top of the initiative is Uhtred. So Uhtred.
So Uhtred, he likes to kind of get face to face with things, so he's gonna go up to the cart. And he's got a thing underneath cunning called vigilance.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that is something that can, like, he could be like on alert, and he's looking for like where the next threat is coming, and he wants to get it in his face, kind of.
Yeah, for
Let-
sure. So,
let the serpent
do
be.
you want to try to sneak up to the wagon, or do you want to view it from afar and use your vigilance?
I think for him, yeah. So he'll kind of be like, if Edwin will allow it, he's kind of like behind Edwin's kind of shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and he's kind of looking over his shoulder, and I guess like he's being vigilant, but like he's ready. Like if he sees somebody to attack, like he wants to let Serpent Breath feast today. So.
Okay. Why don't you give me a vigilance check and let's see what happens.
Then I have to click on the chat back over there.
Yeah. So go back to the chat. Yeah, you don't need to worry about.
There's no reason to go back to that anymore.
No. Yeah, you don't have
Alright.
need to worry about that. Yeah.
There we go.
And so make sure to roll your 20 and then any modifiers you have.
Did it go?
Oh yeah, you got a 21.
Yeah, baby.
So, as you're kind of looking about very, very carefully, you have a very keen eye.
Okay.
You spot a rustling in the bushes. And then you start to notice several figures hiding in the forest. By the look of the ones closer to you, they look emaciated and in really bad shape.
Hmm.
And they haven't noticed you yet, though. And they have no weapons drawn, although they are armed.
Okay. And so I'm gonna kind of point out to like silently, just kind of over Edwin's shoulder, kind of point to where they're at, and then
Okay.
kind of whisper to all four people that like
Okay.
it looks like there's some starving people over there.
Oh, and I got to give you a honor point. So you succeeded at an honorable action. So I will remove your point
cool.
of dishonor.
So I bounce back to 10.
Yeah, exactly. So another note, everybody in the chat and all the players, obviously, at the very end of each encounter, there is what is called judgment. And I have a list of things related to this encounter, and we go through those one by one and determine the result. And if one of those results, or if however many of those results are dishonorable, you gain a point of dishonor. However many are honorable, you gain those points of dishonor. And also, if someone happens to want to help a player remove a point of dishonor, they must spend 3 points to remove 1. So you might find yourself in a situation down the road where someone's at 20. So when they're at 20, they're out of the encounter, and you can choose to like save them. It's called atonement at the very end if you'd like. Otherwise, they will be out until someone saves them. Okay, so next up is Edwin. So Edwin, you saw Uhtred kind of peering over your shoulder, and he noticed something, and he made sure to alert quietly the rest of you about these emaciated figures hiding in the brush. What would you like to do?
Edwin's gonna go ahead and put his bow kind of around his neck and climb up the nearest tree just to get a better lookout, and then ready his bow.
Okay. So you want to climb a tree?
Yeah.
Okay. So give me a, what do you want to say, a brawn? Unless you have another ability that might seem more likely.
I do not. So just straight D20, right?
Yeah, do you have any bonuses to brawn?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say it's a brawn check. So you need to create a, or hit 11 or higher to be successful in climbing this tree.
Ooh.
With your bow drawn. Okay. Unfortunately, while climbing this tree, there's something mysterious about this tree. You've climbed a lot of trees in your day, but unfortunately, this one was more slippery than you remember them being, and you suffer a point of dishonor. So now you are up to 12. You fall to the ground, cowardly, making quite a ruckus. And as you do so, you see these men that Uhtred told you of step out of the forest. And let me grab, and you see that there is a man who appears to be leading 3 other men. Total of 4. So, next up, they're walking toward you guys. Next up is Sir Renault. What would you like to do as these emaciated figures move away from the brush toward you?
They appear to be. How do they look while they're moving towards us? Do they appear aggressive in some way? Do they just appear to just be like, "Oh, let's go"?
They
explore the noise?
have an eye on you. Their weapons aren't drawn though, so they're moving forward cautiously. But they don't seem to be running at you to attack. They seem curious, cautious. But yeah, like they don't look in great shape. They don't look like they've eaten in some time. Their garb is very just soiled and ratty.
Do we have food? Do we have rations of any kind?
Sure.
Then I would like to take that out and approach them.
Okay.
Kind of like hand up food kind of clearly visible. But tell them also to just hold where they are as I approach them.
All right. As they near you, they start parting the branches and stepping through the leaves. They see you holding your hand up. And the one in the lead, this man here. Maybe I should bring it in so the chat can see as well. And he has these 3 men following him, cloaked figures. And he says, "Hold! You wandered through the wrong woods, heavy toll roads and the like." And then he eyes your weapons and armor, specifically you, Sir Reynald. He looks like he notices you're a knight, and your fancy armor, and your fancy sword. And then he looks back up at you and he says, "Tell you what, though, if you can help us with a little task, we'll not only let you pass through for free, but also toss in a little something special. What say you, Sir Knight?"
God damn it. So
Look at Rongo. Kill him!
what is the vice come in?
Oh yeah. Let me explain this. Yeah, I forgot. So sorry, I should have explained that to you, Edwin. Basically a vice and a virtue. You can use those once per encounter. And if you come up with a way, if there's a way that you can kind of say, "Oh, my vice is this, therefore I should be able to re-roll the die." It's kind of like an omen, but only a re-roll of a d20. And like I said, you can only use those once per encounter. They reset in the next encounter.
Okay, so I'm not gonna use my reroll, but I'm gonna use my vice as like RP prompt. Like this is the background I selected.
Okay.
It is wrathful.
Nice.
Wrathful.
So,
okay.
Wrathful. When he says that, like I imagined I pulled out some like hardtack or something, or like bread that was wrapped in like an oiled cloth or something.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly fold that back up, and I'm gonna place it on the ground beside me, and I'm going to draw my sword.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so at this point I can tell that it's like starving bandits that are basically trying to like coerce us into something and pay a toll if we're not, but that means they're not of the Kingsmen, and I will use my special move.
Oh, okay.
It is charge.
Tell us about charge, Sir Reynolds.
Yeah.
Charge. You've been in the vanguard before. There's nothing like catching an enemy ill-prepared. You gain +2 to a melee combat action whenever you charge the enemy from a distance.
Ah, okay.
In addition to that, I have might as my ability and melee combat as my skill.
Okay. So, just to
So
let
how
you
does-
know, they
Yeah.
have not drawn their weapons. They have given you an offer. You have yet to respond, or you are responding with your sword. This will be a dishonorable action if you proceed. So just to let you know.
All right. Then how about instead of charging, I will do exactly the same thing.
Okay.
I will do, come on, camera. I will do exactly the same thing. But instead I will use intimidation.
Okay. So
And I will charge at them with the intention of stopping like 5 feet away if they don't run.
Okay, so you're gonna intimidate them to what? Just back off?
To just like a big old fully armored knight is running at them, sword drawn. I would like to basically just scatter them and
So
send
that
them
basically
running.
that will also be a dishonorable action. So you could try to persuade them nicely for honor, but if you try to angrily, intimidate them with your brawn and your size and your voice, that will be dishonorable as well.
Then what's intimidation doing for a skill? That's fine. I'll do
Well,
it.
no, I mean you can. So do you want to attack, or do you want? It's going to be the same result either way.
Yeah, it's
in
I don't.
terms of
That's
a
me.
dishonor.
I'm a wrathful,
No, and
hot-headed
and
knight. Yeah.
Yes, and I would like to stress to everybody, it is okay to do dishonorable actions from time to time. Like, do not think that you can't gamble that way. Sometimes maybe that's the way you got to do it. All right, so.
Okay. Well, maybe killing them is a bit too much. So yeah, I'm just gonna draw the sword and just like run at them, trying to intimidate them.
Okay.
So I'm doing dishonor.
Okay. All right. So why don't you
All right.
roll me a intimidation check?
Okay. So I know I have courage as my other ability, and I have intimidation. So is that just a +4, or is there stacks?
Say it again. So you have +2 and +2.
So is it just a plus? Is it just a +4? Yeah. So is it just a +4 then?
Yeah.
There's
if you
not
have
like a, because I saw on Matt's character sheet there was something that's like a +6 for some reason.
That's
I didn't know
if you
there was
have
like
you have certain abilities, or what are they called?
Yeah, that was a special move for me.
So yeah, there's
Ryan.
special moves that can
special
sometimes.
moves.
Yeah, keep an eye on those too.
I'm a virtuoso. It's part of the noble background.
Use one special. Okay, so then yeah, so it's just a +4. So it's just roll 20. It's just 1d20 +4.
Okay. Why don't you give me a roll? So you got to hit 11 or higher. And you succeed. So I will add a point of dishonor to Reynolds. Tell us how you do this. So you just raise your sword and you bellow at them. And what are you saying to them?
I will say to them.
Oh fuck! I got that
as
wrong.
I-
I got that wrong. Sorry. Hang on. Let's do this again.
I gotta roll under
It's
for
dishonorable.
dishonor, right?
Correct. Sorry about
And
that.
I
So
subtract, right?
you subtract 4.
So I
so-
rolled an 11 -4, so I still succeed, right?
Yes. So yeah. Yep. You're good. 11 -4. Correct. So you did succeed. Sorry. I forgot about that little note. But anyway, sorry. Keep going.
Okay. All right. So I'll discharge. This is the King's Forest. It is not a fucking toll road. And I race at them.
So as you do that, they just immediately scatter and start running for the trees. Some of them have even dropping their weapons behind them in fear. So as that's going on, Vip, it is your turn. What would you like to do? As you see Sir Reynolds step up and just scare these appear to be brigands back into the forest.
Okay, so they're running away. I'll just pull out like a baguette. I'll be like, oh, I was gonna offer them some of this. Well, and I'll start eating some of it.
Okay. You guys can always choose to like skip your turn as well if you have nothing you want to do. So, would you
Pretty
like to
much
do?
skip.
You don't want to do anything
what I
other than
meant.
eating the baguette?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll play a little tune.
Play a little tune. All right, so we are back, Uhtred. So you being the initiative leader, you get to determine if there is nothing hindering your path, if this encounter is done and you would like to continue on to search out the Green Knight, or if there's more you'd like to do. However, keep in mind, if we continue through another round, everyone is going to
we're
suffer.
delayed. Yeah,
You're
we're
delayed,
delayed.
correct.
Yeah, so no, I think we're gonna end this. We're gonna help Edwin get up, dust himself off.
Okay.
And then I'm kind of loving, because we've just met, right? We've just met Sir Renault.
Yeah, you guys all met in this
He's got
tavern,
that,
and you.
yeah, he's got that energy. So I'm kind of like, I don't give him a high five or anything, but I'm like, yeah. So, and we're just gonna move on.
Okay. All right. So you guys do not suffer another point. I will end the combat tracker. And you guys.
So if a combat drags itself out, it's like a dishonor, like every.
So the way typically combat works in this, it's if you succeed at a combat action, one of them dies. There's no hit points or anything, so you just have to have one. Yeah. And
okay.
Yeah. So there were 4 guys total, so you could have kind of taken them out through probably one round if you wanted to. Okay, so now what we're doing, since they decided to not pursue the bandits and move on, if I can move these out of the way. Now we're doing the judgment round, everybody, to see how this played out. So do me a favor, everybody, all you players. Jot down a point of honor or dishonor, and then we'll tally them up. And this is for everybody, regardless of what you did in the round, right? So everyone's going to get the same amount. So regardless, because you guys are acting as a group, it's not like, oh, Sir Reynolds did something fucked up, so therefore he gets it, and, Uhtred doesn't get it.
Yeah.
All right, so here is the honorable results. Find Aldo and let him go. Well, you guys didn't learn who Aldo was, so 0 dishonor. Give him supplies, -1 dishonor. Okay, you didn't do any of that. Eliminate the bandits as a threat. You did not do that. So let's go to dishonorable results. So there's no honorable actions that happened in this encounter. Bandits are still at large. Yes, they are. So +1 dishonor. Aldo is still scared in the woods. You did not learn who that man was, but he's out there somewhere. +1 dishonor. You did not help Aldo find Aldo. So that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Okay. So basically you guys just suffered. The bandits are still at large, and some guy is still scared in the woods.
And then we bump. Our
Actually, you know what? I'm
right.
gonna not, because you guys didn't know about Aldo. I'm not gonna make that happen. So I'm gonna make the bandits are still at large. So you guys just suffer 1 dishonor. So not too bad.
I knew I should have killed those fuckers.
So that makes Vip at 12, Edwin at 13, Sir Reynolds at 13, and Uhtred at 11. All right, so let me update this.
And it is a lot easier to get dishonor than honor, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, it's tough being a knight, right? It's tough choosing the high ground, I guess. All right, so we will move on to our next encounter. All right, here we go. Let me get this ready. Let me get all your guys' tokens on this really quick here. Okay.
So just question.
Yeah,
so
go for it.
Ryan had screamed out that it's the King's Forest, but we actually don't. You said that we don't recognize this forest.
No, it just seemed mysterious, and in fact, the farther and farther away you get from home, the stranger things become.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
So it could have it started off as the King's Forest and changed.
Correct. So, you guys had a day's journey. You made camp. Even though the forest is quite haunting, it was uneventful. And let me change tracks while we move on to our next encounter. So, one day has passed since the last danger. Time on this road seems to make everything grow. The trees seem taller, the bags under your eyes deeper, your boots heavier. Yet knowing what's at stake, you venture onwards. Let me turn the music down. It's pretty loud. So as you guys are making your way through this forest that's even thicker and more mysterious than the last one, there's a fog kind of rolling about. You can't see very far ahead of you. You hear a man, "Stop, stop! You'll scare it off!" And then as you look, you see a rustle in the brush. You see a flash of orange and white. "Ah, there it goes!" This man continues, and he looks up at you with a scowl of fury. "My dinner." And then he begins cursing at you. So, let me get this out of the way. As I said, you guys are in this forest. This man runs in, scowling at you, cursing at you. You saw a flash of orange and white. And what we're going to do first is give everybody another point of dishonor.
That's like the delay.
Correct. You are delayed currently. Where are we? So that makes Vip at 13, Edwin at 14, Sir Renault at 14, and Uhtred, the most honorable man among them, at 12. So here we go. I will update this so everybody can see it. All right. So what would you like to do as this this man just scowling at you and cursing at you, and kind of at the same time he'll turn away and he looks off into the forest where you saw that flash of orange and white. Oh yeah, initiative order. I need an authority roll from everybody.
It says that there's no active encounter.
Yeah, I gotta hang on. Sorry, I gotta add you guys to combat. Now you should be able to roll. Vip with a... Okay, I don't need to add your authority, Vip, because you... So Uhtred, you just need to click on your die and we're good to go.
Did that go?
Check the... Okay, you got it. You got
There
it.
it
You got
goes.
it. Okay, so...
Dude, 220s. You guys are fire.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. So, Edwin, you are first in the initiative order. What would you like to do as this... Whoa, Uhtred's really rolling some dice over here.
Yeah, sorry about that. Like,
No,
on
it's
the-
cool. It's cool, man.
Well, you said you scared off your dinner. What were you hunting?
Yes, I said he's my lunch. Oh, dinner. I said dinner, right? Yes, dinner. I almost had him. I nearly had him. Until you heavy-footed bastards came in this forest.
I know the feeling all too well. I'm a hunter myself. Do you mind if I give you a few pointers?
Go on, then.
First off, you never want to hunt from the ground. That's where they can see you. Try climbing a tree.
Anything else?
Don't make so much noise. And that's what gets me fed.
Okay, so he seems to be taking a liking to you. He's calmed down a bit. He's not cursing anymore. and he's kind of rubbing his chin, and he lets out a deep sigh, and he starts talking again.
I've been trying to catch that fox forever. You see, that's not a normal animal. That there's a magic fox. You probably think I'm crazy, don't you? But I know I'm not. They say the fox can talk. Not only talk, but see other worlds. The future, the past. I know it can. They told me. And I'm gonna catch it. Because they say if you catch it and kill it, then you get its powers. I know they're right. I know they're not lying. And I'm going to get that damn thing before you.
But then he pauses a moment. He starts to step away, but then he turns back and looks at you, Edwin. And he says,
But if you bring me the fox, good hunter, I'll fetch ye a reward, a crossbow worthy of a true hunter.
and then he begins to wander off into the woods. And you see, this flash of orange and white. So, I'll still give you a roll, Edwin, if you'd like to, because, the Dag Show, 7 viewers raid. Thank you for the raid, everybody. Welcome. We are the Adventure Archive. We're playing the Green Knight role-playing game based on the film. I'm sure you know all about it. It just came out a couple weeks ago. But we are playing with our 4 honorable, well, they're getting very dishonorable at the moment, adventurers off on their quest to see the Green Knight, to meet them because they made a pact. They struck him a year ago, and now they know they had to meet him at the Green Chapel so he could return the favor 1 year hence. And so here we are. So Edwin, you chatted this guy up. You kind of won him over. He gave you that offer to help him, if you go find this fox and bring it to him. What would you like to do?
I mean, I've always wanted a new bow. Quick question.
Yep.
How many times are we able to use our special moves?
I would say probably once per turn. I don't think they expire.
Oh.
Yeah, there's not a limit.
Yeah. So every,
Dope.
once around, yeah.
I'm going to use my special move, which is Eagle Eye, which gives me a +4 on vigilance checks. And I'm going to
Okay.
see if I can find the fox.
Okay. So, yeah, why don't you give me a vigilance check? So you need to roll higher than a 14 to succeed. And don't forget, you guys have your... Oh, perfect. You don't need it. But don't forget, you have your vice and your virtue if you need to reroll. Okay, so yeah, you succeeded on that, which means you lose a point of dishonor, Edwin. So I'll knock that down to 13. And we are updated. Okay, so Edwin, and I'm guessing is the rest of the party following Edwin? Aiding him? Okay. So, as you guys walk into the woods, you see the fox slowly emerge from the brush, as though it was never hiding at all. And it stands there looking at you. Then, to your surprise, it speaks in a calm, stern voice.
I have seen you traveling for miles, for days. Now, here, we face one another. I know that man looks to put me in a cage. You must not let him. As sure as these trees continue to grow, I must roam free.
So what would you like to do? Next up is Sir Renault. That was Edwin's turn. We're on Sir Renault.
Gosh. So I do not have intellect. Come on.
You could tell me what you're thinking about, what you want to do, and then we can figure out maybe what skill that would go to. You know, if you want to talk to it, if you want to try to catch it.
I think you could roll it +0.
You want to try to persuade it, change its mind.
Can't we do anything? Just like
you can do anything.
0?
Yeah, you can do anything you want, and then we can like then try to figure out. Okay, well that's this kind of roll, or maybe it doesn't require a roll.
Yeah, so I can even just talk to Edwin, right? And just
like I said, you guys can all speak out of turn, whatever you want. It's just the action roll is what's on your initiative order.
So Edwin.
Yes.
This thing can talk. What are we doing? Are you going to kill it for a bow?
Well, I do really want the bow. Well, we could see what it offers us instead.
Boy, Fox.
Yes.
Oh, I don't want to. Man, I don't want to be like, so what do you give us if you're not gonna we're not gonna kill you? You know what I mean? Like that just feels unknightly to me. I'm actually just gonna pass. If I pass my turn, do I get honor, dishonor, or anything?
No, you don't.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna think on it and let someone. I'm not dumb.
Okay.
But I'm not. You know, this mystic folklore talking fox thing is a little bit out of my wheelhouse, and I'm gonna let someone with maybe a bit more experience kind of a bit more pagan, you know, think about what this could entail. So I'll just pass.
So Uhtred like overhears them, and what does he see the fox, like as the fox kind of replies to him, like what does he notice, like about, like is the fox like a normal sized fox? And
yeah. It's not giant as you see in the image here. It's a normal sized fox.
Okay.
Maybe I should scale it down a bit.
And like, how close is it to us? Because I know Edwin saw it. Like it's come up to us. Like...
Yeah, it's come up to you. It's kind of, you know, it's keeping a little bit of distance away. You know, you feel like it is close enough to where you could attempt to lunge out and grab it if you'd like to.
Yeah. No.
Or you can attack it from afar or something like that.
Okay. So I think it's probably not going to work, but I think that Uhtred would kind of like, he's feeling like inside of himself, like the part of him that's not Christian. It's kind of like one with the ancients.
Okay.
And he kind of realizes like how special this fox is, and he kind of can't even believe actually that Edwin would like sacrifice such a beautiful thing for a crossbow. And so because you can talk to the fox, which I feel this is gonna be a thing. Mm-hmm. He's gonna actually like, hey fox, and he pulls like a little jerky like out of his pack, and he kind of gets, you know, his sword with the pommel and everything is just totally sheathed. He's on like a knee, kind of like how you would do like when you're at a dog shelter. Kind of put your hand out and see if it'll come take a sniff at you. And I'm trying to use a persuasion basically, kind of start winning him towards us.
You like to persuade it to come closer?
Well, and if it does come closer, I'm going to invite it actually to join us.
Okay.
Because it seems like it's like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. So why don't you give me?
It might not be bad to have a magic fox with us.
Why don't you give me a persuasion check?
Right on.
And this will be an honorable action.
Cool. And this, I have virtuoso on this, so it's going to be that big plus on it.
Oh man.
And I think I just pressed once, so I'm on a delay.
So you got 11 plus. Okay, so you only got 11 total, and your dishonor is at 12. So, would you like to use one of your virtues or your vices? Presumably your virtue.
So, well, the virtue is valorous, which I don't think. I don't know. Like, how would that work? Do I just tell a story?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a game mechanic. I'm not gonna like not let you use it.
Yeah, because... so he kind of sees that the fox, I guess, kind of like shies away a little bit.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hi, Fox. I know how you feel. I've been hunted by the Christians. I've been hunted out of the woods as well. I know right now that this hunter wants a piece of you, and I also know that the other hunter that left wants a piece of you. if you come with us, I promise an adventure that you will never forget. Together we can earn valor, and destiny is all.
Okay. Why don't you give me a check your valor,
So I just do the same thing.
your virtue, and just roll again, and we'll see what happens.
So when I check it, that means I've used it.
You've used it, correct. So you cannot
Cool.
use it again until the next encounter.
Cool. Okay, so I just gotta press these dice again. Sure.
Poor Vip is getting like terrible at the initiative rolls.
Yeah.
I got you. So using these things is kind of like giving yourself advantage
Yeah.
in a way.
Okay. Or it's like an omen in Merkborg where
All right.
you can just re-roll.
Here we go. Come on, buddy. Show me some love. What do we got?
Okay. Perfect. All right, so you tell this tale to the fox, and it seems to trust you.
And then I guess I'm gonna kind of look at the other two guys and look at Vip, who's maybe eating French bread, and kind of nod him over and be like, "This has got to help us. Like, this is gonna help us get through this woods safer." And then it'll go to the next person, I guess.
Yeah. So, Vip, you're up. You see that Uhtred has persuaded the fox to come closer and perhaps even answer some questions. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll just ask the fox. Oh God, I've already lost the voice. What do we need to do to like?
So
keep
the
him
fox,
from dying?
yeah, the fox basically, he doesn't want to be caught by this man who's seeking him out. But you do know that this fox has powers. The man said so, or at least he may have powers. Can tell you of the future and the past. Could have been a crazy old man. But the fox appears, eager to talk. So, how will you help me?
How can we help you? How do we keep that man from trying to kill you?
I do not know. But I know he has been after me for some time. He is of civilization which must keep capturing and conquering.
And you remember the man said that he heard anyway, that if you catch the fox and you kill it, or I guess if you just kill the fox, you gain its powers. You do remember that?
Yeah. I'm far too lazy to care about trying to kill a fox.
What did the man tell you? What did he say to persuade you to find me?
He said he'd give this man here a fancy crossbow, but I think we'd rather have you in our group.
I mean, I do like crossbows, though.
Well, if perhaps you would lure him away somehow, or dispatch of him even, then I know I would be safe. As friendly as you are, I do not have a desire to journey with you.
Mm.
I am of the forest, and I know where you go.
So, if we make it safe for you, will you help guide us on our way, at least part of the way?
Hmm. I think you know exactly where you're going and how to get there.
What if I give you this bread?
I prefer meat.
And he kind of shows his teeth.
Uhtred hands Vip the turkey.
Did he tell you anything? Did he want to eat me? Did he want something else? What was it?
Yes, he wants to eat you,
Just eat me.
to kill you and eat you.
He must have heard the legends. He is not incorrect. If one does kill me, they do gain my power. Is this something you desire?
Me?
You?
No, no. I couldn't catch you if I tried.
Hmm.
Well, I will try to find the man and get him off your case, if I can.
Hmm. Excellent.
I don't know what else to do.
And do you want to ask him any questions or do any, attempt any rolls for anything?
I mean, he didn't want my bread.
No, didn't want your bread.
I guess not.
Okay. So then you are ending your turn. We are back up to Edwin, who is the initiative leader, meaning you can choose to continue onward. Sorry, were you going to say something, Matt?
I was just gonna ask you a question. Should
Yeah.
I bump dishonor because of the dice roll? For me, should I go left a slot?
You lost
If I-
dishonor because you
Yeah,
succeeded
yeah,
in an
yeah.
honorable
So I should bump
action.
it
Yeah,
left.
it goes left.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. We'll just do that on our own. You're not gonna tell us.
Yeah, and it's on the overlay too. I'm adding all the overlay.
Oh,
But yeah.
sweet. Okay.
Yeah, I'll always tell you if you gain a point of dishonor or a point of honor.
I see. Okay.
Yep.
But okay, because I had 12 and then I passed the roll, so then it should have gone.
Correct.
to
Yeah.
11.
So I took you down. I think you were at 13 and I took you down to 12, right? Or did I not take it away?
I think I was at 12.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Then you're at 11.
It's okay.
No. Yeah. Always remind me
No worries.
if
no
I
worries.
forget.
Sorry about that.
No problem. So then back up to Edwin. Would you like to continue in this encounter and continue to question the fox, or perhaps capture the fox, give him to the man, kill him for yourself, let him go? What would you like to do? Or you can decide that we are ending this encounter. Otherwise, if you guys continue the encounter, everyone's going to suffer another point of dishonor.
So my vice is greedy.
Nice.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we continue the encounter.
Okay. All right. So I will give everybody 1 point.
Jackie, this is like one of those things where at D&D they go, because that's what my character would do.
Exactly.
All right. So you guys should be up to date. What would you like to do, Edwin? Facing this
So-
fox.
So you say if we let you go and we distract him from your whereabouts, what do we get in return?
Ah, you like a reward.
Oh, I'd very much like a reward, yes.
Does the rain ask for a reward from the tree as the rain helps it grow? Does a tree ask a reward from the bird when a bird makes a nest in its branches? Honor is a cycle. The end is the beginning, is the end. You shall have your reward.
For one who can say the future, you're very vague. And you say this ability to see the future and to know the past, just by killing you, it's granted to whoever kills you?
So they say.
What about this? If you help me get that crossbow, I will help you live.
All right, I would say that's a persuasion check.
Oh, I get +2.
Okay, so why don't you roll me a persuasion check?
+2. So I have to roll under a 14?
Above a 14.
Above a 14.
Yeah, it's an honorable action. I'm gonna see if you're gonna persuade. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you another +2 because it doesn't matter. You succeeded. I was gonna say
greed, like honorable
situational.
greed.
Yeah,
Yes.
situational because Uhtred already kind of he's already in your good graces. So
Sweet.
Nice.
all right, what did you ask him again? If he wants to help you, what?
Get the crossbow, and then he can live.
I can lead you to the man, but he won't be hard to find. How do you think we should go about this?
If you can find a way for me to get that crossbow, I'll just tell him that you disappeared. I mean, you're a magical being. You could be halfway across the continent from now.
Interesting. Very well.
And we will move on to Sir Renault.
So are we?
So you see this fox. You heard Edwin persuade him to go help him get the crossbow. So he's gonna go help you somehow. He's kind of turning away to dash off into the woods.
Okay. Well, then I mean,
You guys are
I'm
just gonna follow
following.
around. Okay.
Yeah, I'm following along with the pagan and the greedy bastard here, and just seeing when you need some might to come in and handle the situation. I guess.
Okay. So this guy, he's not. As you guys make your way deeper into the wood, following the trail of the fox, you see him kind of in the distance through the mist, just stumbling around. He's not trying to be very stealthy whatsoever. And you see the fox. He's kind of perched on this moss-covered stone, just pointing his nose, looking straight at him. He doesn't appear to have seen you yet. And you do see that he has a crossbow now at his side. And he's just kind of like pushing away. He's like, it's almost as if he's pushing away branches that aren't there, but it's just so misty and the fog is so thick.
I feel like I didn't kill the last guy. So I kind of want to kill this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you honestly like
Vengeance.
with a
That was supposed to
15,
sound
with a
like that's-
15 of dishonor, your chances of rolling before a 15 or below a 15 are pretty good. So
Right, but if I succeed on a dishonor, I still gain a point of dishonor, right? That's what happened last time.
correct. But
Yeah.
you
So
never
doing a
know, like
dishonorable action doesn't help
helping
me.
this fox may help you.
So okay, but you'll tell me if it's an honorable or dishonorable
Correct.
action, right?
Yes.
So if I kill this guy, is it honorable or dishonorable?
It would be a dishonorable action because
God fucking
he's
damn it.
not. But remember, everybody, at the very end of every
Yeah.
encounter is a judgment phase where we decide if you get honor or dishonor based on what you do. So
It
think
does
about
feel a
that.
little karmic though that Melee created a knight.
I know he created a knight, and he's already at 15 dishonor. I love it. I love it.
Damn it.
It's like Matt
Succeeded.
Phillip playing an evil death cleric.
I've succeeded on all my rolls too, and I have the most dishonor. Fucking damn
Yeah,
it.
Janelle, you're right. This game
Um,
system is designed just to piss Ryan off.
But if I steal the crossbow, that also feels not knightly and shitty too. What happens if I snag the crossbow?
You could
Is that
try to
honorable?
persuade him in some way, maybe. Maybe some way
That's
like
not what I'm good at.
right, I know.
I can intimidate him. If I intimidate him to leave the fox alone, is that honorable or dishonorable?
Intimidation would be dishonorable as well.
Is intimidation always dishonorable? I don't
Usually,
understand
yeah.
that.
Trickery is dishonorable. Intimidation is dishonorable. Intimidation probably wouldn't be if someone was like, I don't know, like drawing a weapon at you and trying to attack you, so you know that they're right, and then you can intimidate them to throw it down. Yeah.
But just some schmuck sitting on a rock.
Yeah, he's walking around. He's looking clearly looking for this fox, and the fox is just kind of plain as day, standing on this this moss covered log.
I got like one more encounter before I'm just out for my dishonor. Is what's gonna happen. And I don't want to just keep passing my turn, so I don't do dishonorable.
Well,
actions.
you can always choose to do something like, let's say, like there's other circumstances where I'd give you a bonus, like I gave Edwin a bonus, right? Because Matt had already persuaded him, so I gave him another +2. So, you know, if you were to say like, okay, I want to skip my turn, but who's up next? Uhtred. If there's some way that Uhtred might, you know, need your help or something, maybe he'll get a bonus or something like that on his roll. So
I charge. No. I need to figure out a way to do an honorable action. I'm going to.
The charge is the best.
I
mean,
literally just picked this got to be a tank and then realized just murdering is not good for this system.
Yeah, yeah, I know, right? It's all about honor, exactly. Well, I don't know. While you mull this over, Sir Reynolds, let's take a break. We're at 8:30, so we'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. Stick around for what's possibly the conclusion of the Green Knight. So we will see you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the Adventure Archive. We are playing The Green Knight, the role-playing game based on the film by David Lowery, put out by A24 Films. So if you've been hanging out with us, you know that there are some similarities. However, there are a lot of differences. And we have our latest encounter has been with a mysterious fox. So they found a man in the woods hunting this fox, and he was very hungry. He's like he was upset that these adventurers scared the fox away as if he was about to catch them. And then Edwin spoke to him, being a hunter, gave him some tips, and he had a liking to him. And then he decided to give them he said, if you get this fox, I will give you a very nice crossbow. However, the adventurers found this fox in the forest and then found that this fox talked, and that it is possibly magical, according to this man. So after conversing with this fox for some time, they decided they would help this fox. However, they also want that crossbow. So they're off tracking this man down. They found him quite easily. A crossbow at his side, searching for his meal. So I'll reiterate to you guys, just so you know, you met this man. He's very hungry. He was very pissed that you guys scared away the fox. He offered you a deal. If you capture him, he will give you a crossbow. But now that you've spoken with the fox, you do know that this man's been hunting him for some time, and he seems to be a quite magical creature because he can speak. And outside of cartoon, yeah, what's up?
What was the actual wording of the deal? We capture the fox, he'll give us a crossbow. We kill
To
the fox,
Edwin.
he'll give him a crossbow. We
To
capture
Edwin.
and kill and give to him. How
He said,
what did he actually say?
He said, if you bring me the fox,
Bring me the
I'll
fox.
fetch ye a reward, a crossbow worthy of a true hunter. That's his exact words.
So the implication is we need to give him the fox. I can't just say, I captured it, give me the crossbow. All right, here you go, little fox. Go run away now.
Yeah.
Um,
You do know that he's very hungry. He's angry that, you scared away his meal. So perhaps there's other ways to persuade him. Yeah. So go ahead.
So can the fox, I think it's still my turn. I didn't do anything.
It is your turn. Yes.
Can I ask the fox, so can you actually see the future?
So he's he's a bit of a distance away. Would you like to just approach him and talk to him?
Yeah, just like quiet enough to not.
Okay. Yeah, you approach him. The man searching does not hear you whatsoever. And the fox looks at you, and he says, I see many futures and many ends, too many tales to tell.
So what happens if I kill this man?
Kill this man?
Yes.
Well, then he's dead, and he won't hunt me any longer, of course.
Can he be scared off?
I mean, perhaps. I mean, you are a valiant knight. He is but a poor, scrawny hunter. He is one you are for.
All right. I'm gonna make my way over to the man, and if he's still looking away, I'm also gonna pull out a lot, like the majority of the food that I have. Like, I don't know how much I have, or if it's hardtack or bread, or if I have like maybe just some like bread, meat, and cheeses, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Enough that
You
like
got some
I still
stuff.
have some left over, but
You
I got some stuff.
stuff.
And I'm gonna clap him on the shoulders. I kind of come up behind him to kind of like startle him and have me like looming over next to him.
Okay.
And just be like, sorry, fox got away. Not this though. And I just kind of slap this like food like kind of into his chest with my hand still on his shoulder, so he has to like kind of like grasp the food.
Okay.
And
all right.
kind of has to accept it a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kind
definitely.
of thrust it upon him.
Okay.
So I could probably just leave the fox alone if you just turn to eat and get on out of here, right? Then I'm gonna try to persuade him.
All right. All right.
With no bonuses or anything. And I have to get higher than a 15 because my dishonor is too
Ooh,
high.
all right. It's gonna be tough. Yeah. Let's see what happens while you try to persuade this man. So why don't you give me a roll, and remember you can always check your. Oh shit!
Dang, son.
Nice. And you actually, before I forget, I will knock off a point of dishonor. So you are down to 14. So he has his arms full of this food. He looks down at it and he hears your words and he kind of just begins to drool. And he, with his barely enough room to wipe his mouth, he's like, that's a fair deal. I'd say that's a very fair deal. And he kind of starts walking away, the crossbow kind of bouncing on his hip, his arms full of the food. So is that where you'd like to end your turn?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'll let someone else try to.
All right, Uhtred, you're up. You see that Sir Renault gave him all of his best rations, and it persuaded him to leave this fox alone.
He is so digging it that he broke out the big time charisma. And so I'm assuming that we can kind of still see the fox.
Oh yeah, he's
So I'm gonna kind of give the fox like a signal, like to get away, because we definitely, like, the knight just lied to the guy.
Okay.
So like I'm kind of ushering him, like, even though I was trying to get him to join us, he said he won't join us. So I'm not going to try to do anything. I'm just kind of suggesting him.
Okay, so the
time to move on.
The man walks away, disappearing into the mist. The fox regards all of you and dashes away as well. And is gone. All right, Vip, I guess you don't want to do anything. You guys want to, unless you want to.
Take another bite of my bread.
I was channeling my inner Vip.
Channeling your inner Vip. All right, now we come, everybody, to the judgment round. Let's see what happens. Dishonorable results. Leave Adam alone and tired. No, I mean, you left him alone, but you gave him food. Yeah, leave Adam hungry and without food. No, you fed him. He's angry about the fox. No, you convinced him. Ask the fox for a reward. Did you guys do that?
We sort of did.
Yeah. Edwin for sure was like, what do you give me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's +1 dishonor.
Greedy bastard.
Yeah.
That's +1 dishonor. You turned over the fox. No, you did not do that.
No.
You did not rob him. You did not try to restrain. You did not try to kill the fox. So let's check out honorable results. You agreed to help the fox and let it out of the woods. Yes, -3 dishonor.
Ooh.
You convince Adam, the fox catcher, that the fox isn't special and that maybe you should just get some rest. You did indeed. That is -1 dishonor.
Sweet.
Players look to help the fox catcher get other food. Yes, basically you did. -1 dishonor. Wow. So that's
Yeah. We got
-2.
4. 4. Swap. Change of 4.
4, right?
5.
Because you got 1.
Well,
Well,
'cause
you
we
got
got
1
1
dishonor.
Yeah, 5 minus 1.
Nice work, everybody. Okay, so wow.
It's hard to keep notes in this.
So it's 4, right? 4 total.
Yeah, 4 total.
So
Like a
Back
bit-
to 10 for all of us and -2 for the pagan.
think that
let's
I'm even
see.
lower.
10.
I'm like
You
at
are
8.
lower.
Yeah, you are 8.
Wow, look at that.
I mean,
And
we're in
the
a
game
woods.
turns around. The
Man.
honorable heroes come in at the last minute, just when when we thought that Sir Renault was not an honorable guy. We thought he was just going to be an evil bastard. He comes out and he helps somebody.
I just hope we have a chance to charge something.
I'm not evil.
No, I know.
My dude likes to fight too, so but he doesn't have the charge feature. Special move.
All
Just
right.
valorous and wrathful.
All right, we are moving on to the next encounter everybody. All right, let me move all of your tokens.
It's funny when you click on this, Jace. I can see the title, the episode title. So it's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. Yeah, I know. It's funny because in Merkborg, what's kind of cool in Foundry is you can change what the players see,
Yeah.
which I normally have to do because I call it what it is to myself, and then I have to give it some kind of obscure name so people aren't like, oh, I know where I am, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So, on we go. As night falls after a full day of travel, you come across a small shack next to a lake. It's very dark, and there are also no lights burning in the windows. It appears to be deserted. And as you approach, let me get this title out of the way. And I'll zoom out a little bit so people can see what's up on the screen. Okay, there we go. Okay. You slowly open the door and you find a single room cabin. There's a thick layer of dust covering everything inside. You guys decide it's been a long day, so you set up camp indoors, happy to have a roof over your head. It's the first time you've slept with one over your head in what feels like a very long time. All right, so we begin this encounter, and you guys all know what we got to do. Give everybody a point of dishonor because, again, you are delayed. Thankfully, you guys cleaned up last round. So everybody's at 11, but Matt, who is at 9. And I will get you guys into initiative really quick here. 1 second.
Do I get another Valor virtue back? Because it's the next day.
Yeah, everybody, if you guys use a special move or anything, that's all a special. Yeah, special move, that's what they're called, right? They will come back. Same thing, virtue of valor. Any powers are used if they say no. Those are those are always
vibes.
usable.
Yeah.
Correct. So all right, let me get you guys into initiative. So all I need you guys to do now is roll me your initiative order.
Ooh.
Oh, look at Vip! Look at Vip with a
Vip!
19, actually
There
a
we
20.
go.
Finally.
I don't need to add it though because you're at the
Dang
top
it,
by a
Vip.
long shot. Okay.
Yeah, Vip.
Go.
So Vip, as we continue, you guys are all bedding down. You guys all fall asleep. You feel very safe in this cabin despite the fact that it is covered in dust and deserted, and the woods just become to get darker and darker and darker. But in the middle of the night, your eyes open to a woman standing over you. "Hello there," she says to you, and a chill runs up your spine. And something about her seems very off. Her presence has somehow turned the room both comforting and frightening all at once. She moves with a dreamlike elegance as she says, "I seem to have lost my head. Will you help me find it?" And before you can give your answer, she opens the door to the cabin and glides outside toward the lake, her feet scarcely touching the ground. What would you like to do? And I got a little picture of her.
So she was in the cabin.
Correct. You guys,
She
yeah.
glide to
Exactly.
the lake. That's
You
right next
guys, exactly. There's a lake nearby, very close. She woke you guys up. You guys woke up, saw this woman standing there. She said she lost her head, asked if you're going to help her find it, and Vip is up. What would you like to do, Vip? As this woman just glides out the front door.
Well, that's strange. I guess I'll follow her.
Okay.
And she has a head, right?
She does have a head.
Oh.
So I guess I'll follow her out and just say, well, seems your head is right there.
Oh, you're gonna talk to her when you get out there? Is everybody else following her, or are you guys staying in the cabin?
Yeah, we're a party.
Okay. So you guys all follow her out to the lake, and she's standing right on the bank of this lake and pointing out. And then you address her, Vip. You ask, your head's right there. And she says, "No, it's not." And while you guys are all standing there, looking at her pointing, she peers deeply into the water. And she says, "I know my head is down there. I need it back with me. I need it." And then she looks up at you with mournful eyes. "Once you dive in, you may find something else of mine. Some shiny memory I'd rather forget. If you see it, leave it. Please, for me." And then she just kind of stares down back into the water. So Vip, I'll let you still go because you have not rolled a check. You can always just pass or continue to talk and do things that don't require a roll.
So, okay. So you want me to go in there and get your head?
Yes, please.
I mean, I'll look.
You look.
I'll look.
You look. Do you want to try to look through the water, or are you just telling her this?
I'm telling her this, but then I also want to put my head in the water and look.
You want to dip your head down into the water?
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you roll me a vigilance check?
Okay.
But what I'm going to tell you right now, it's an honorable action, but you're going to get a -4 penalty because the lake is quite deep. So it's going to be very difficult to see from here. You can choose to swim down to the bottom if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
But if you'd like to look, you're going to get a -4 penalty to the roll. And if you'd like to dive down, if you want to swim down to the bottom, that would be an endurance or a brawn roll with no penalty.
Okay. I mean, Vip is pretty lazy, and it's the middle of the night, but he's also really generous. I think... God, he's just gonna put his head down there.
So you'd like to look and see with a -4 penalty?
Yeah.
Okay. So just give me a vigilance check with a -4 to your roll, and you're gonna have to get an 11 or higher with that penalty. Okay. So again, though, you can use your. What were you gonna say, Reynolds?
No, the virtue thing.
Yeah, use your virtue
Okay, well, he is generous, so when he kind of looks in, doesn't really see much, he's gonna be like, "Oh, screw it," and then he's gonna jump in. And
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Awesome.
So that's so give me a. Would you like endurance or brawn? It's probably the same roll for you, right?
yeah, I don't think I have any bonuses. No.
So are you gonna Well, sorry, you already made a roll to look and you failed.
Yeah.
So do you want to re-roll that roll?
Oh, is that okay?
Otherwise, your turn's done and you suffer a point of dishonor.
Okay, yeah, I would like to try to re-roll.
You want to try to re-roll? Okay.
Yeah, I want to look harder.
Okay, so give me another roll and you're going to use your virtue. Yeah, sorry, vice is for dishonorable rolls.
But this is honorable.
Correct. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure if I mentioned that at all.
Okay.
Oh, no. All right. Yeah,
Wow.
you
Double
put your
dishonor.
I get water in my ears.
yeah, you just can't seem to see anything. It's dark out. Yeah, unfortunately, you see nothing as you plunge your head inside. Okay, so we will move on to Sir Reynolds. So what would you like to do as Vip plunges his head into this water?
Yeah, so even as Vip is kind of like, I assume, just kind of on all fours, just like
Yeah.
dunking his face
Yeah.
into the water, I've already kind of started to strip my armor
Okay.
off, at least all the heaviest bits, to where I know that I'm not to my small clothes, but I can swim in what I'm wearing. And
Small clothes,
and
small clothes.
I'm just going to just dive in.
Dive in.
And
Okay.
try to swim to the bottom.
Give me a
And,
brawn or endurance roll. Yeah. It'll be an honorable action
so
because you're trying to help her.
I have courage, might, brawn, and endurance, so it makes no difference. So it's just a d20 plus 4.
Okay. And you got to roll an 11 or higher. Sir Reynolds' heaviest bits. Okay. Indeed, you and you actually gain a point of honor. So we'll remove a
Reynolds.
point. You are down. Look at this guy. This is such a heartwarming story of a knight who, you know, thought he was all
Doesn't
just-
murder everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't murder everybody. He's becoming more honorable.
Seems like she might be
down to
pre-murdered.
he's down to 10. He's down to 10.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm back to where I started.
Yeah, baby.
All right, so you plunge into this water. It's very cold and bracing and takes your breath away. And it is in fact very, very deep, a cavernous space with no surface in sight. And as you swim deeper into the darkness and reach the bottom, you hear a gruff voice inside your head. Come down, that liar's head. You did. Sorry. Come down for that liar's head, you did. Shouldn't fall for those types of tricks. She's an evil ghost, as evil as she was in life. Take the ring. Bring it to the surface. It'll ward her off for good. Not to mention, keep you safe against any spirit you come across. The head will do nothing. Be warned, though. You can only take one, not the other. And in fact, you do see a human skull at the bottom, and you catch a glint of metal, and it is a ring stuck in the mud at the bottom. So that is, would you like to do anything as you hear this voice in your head and you're faced with a skull and a ring at the bottom?
Can I speak in my head to this thing?
You can try. You can try to think if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna think real hard and be like, "Who are you?"
You don't hear a response.
God damn it! I say it in my head.
God damn it! I say it in my head. Yeah.
Yeah. So my thought process, as I'm just kind of floating there in the water, I assume, is that this woman did nothing to me.
No, she asked for your help. There was nothing about her that seemed, I mean, she did seem strange. She was kind of ghostly, but
yeah,
that's about it.
I am a knight, and gender norms in this time period demand I help a lady in distress.
Mm-hmm.
And I am valorous, and I have a code of chivalry, and I just wave off this mysterious voice in the depths.
Okay.
And I grab the skull. I should have Arvant with me.
I know, right?
And I
All right, yeah, go get Arvant.
Yeah.
We got to do this. Yeah.
Oh man, this is awesome.
always have a reason to bring a skull into a game, and I grab the skull from out of the watery depths, and I begin to swim back to the surface.
Okay. So you break through the surface, the skull outside just breaking through, and you hear that voice say again, "That was a grave error." You erupt from the water with the skull in your hand, and you collapse on the bank to catch your breath. And on the lakeshore, there is a white flash of light. You hold out the skull triumphantly, but the woman who brought you here is gone. In her place, green translucent warriors stand ready for battle. As the water of the lake suddenly starts to churn, they leap to attack you. Okay. So first we got to get some, I don't know, some kind of combat going on.
God damn it.
She's gone. And as I said, these...
You just need to make some distance so you can charge.
I'm charging these
Yeah, baby.
mofos.
Yeah.
It's not my turn anymore, though, so...
Yeah, but there's 4 of them, so it's definitely
That's what I get for
doing the right thing.
sticking to gender norms.
Evil. Gender norms suck.
All right.
These gender norms got hands. Nobody? I mean, all right.
Okay. So, up
Music's
next.
to touch.
Too
touch
loud?
loud.
Okay. All right, guys. So up next is Edwin. So you see Sir Renault collapse onto the surface, successfully bringing up the skull in his hands. The woman is gone. These 4 spectral warriors appear in her place, ready to attack. What do you do? So the way this is going to work is you're going to need 2 successful attack rolls. Combat skill checks of some kind. To do this. To kill one of these spectral warriors. Or you can run. Whatever you want to do. I'll show you what these guys look like. They're pretty small right now. So let me... where is the size? Here we go. I guess you can't really see them that great. They're spectral. So Edwin, you are next up in initiative. What would you like to do?
Well, I say we've got friends, and yeah, I guess Edwin's going to launch an arrow.
Okay. Launch an arrow. So give me a melee combat or ranged combat. Yeah, ranged combat.
Sweet, I get a +2.
Okay. So you just have to roll an 11 or higher. Okay, indeed. You pierce this spectral warrior. The arrow sticks. I should probably like note when they're hit. Let's see, what should I do? Is there like a sword or something? I didn't give him hit points. Whatever. He's fallen. Okay. I'll say you hit this guy. All right, so next up. Did you want to do anything else? Obviously, it can't require a roll, but you can talk to anybody or strategize or whatever you want to do.
No.
Okay. All right, Uhtred, you are up as you see that Edwin launches an arrow.
Instincts kick in.
Yep.
He reaches down for Serpent's Breath. So even though he's kind of in his sleeping clothing, his jammies, his pagan jammies, there's a little fur on the collar. He does have Serpent Breath with him, and he just is kind of running across the lawn, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, and she's Serpent's Breath, and he screams some words in like ancient Norse, and
oh, and you know what? I gotta give Ducky. Sorry to interrupt. I forgot. I gotta give him a point. All right, so okay, you're dashing across the lawn.
Yeah, and he's
Keep
got.
going.
So this is one of the things that he has a virtuoso with. It's melee combat.
Of course.
He gets a crazy +6.
Oh shit.
He's been waiting for this moment. Here we
Okay,
go.
are you gonna attack the same one that
I mean, I
Edwin
think we
attacked?
have to, right? Like, if he's the closest. I mean, I guess he would attack whoever's closest. So
Sure.
you tell me.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's up to you. I mean, you're running. You can get all of them equally, so it's totally up to you.
Yeah, I mean, let's blast this one and see what happens.
Okay.
Hopefully blast it. Here we go. Come on.
You gotta succeed with this, right?
You would think.
Yeah, 24.
Boom.
This
Here we go.
one just, in a flash of light, dissipates into a mist, and it is completely, it's dead.
Right on.
All
Ooh,
right.
and just, like, give
And
me
I gotta
honor?
give you, yeah, I gotta give you
Yeah,
some
baby.
honor, man. Dang, you were low. You're only at 8.
8, baby.
Okay, updating that. All right, next up is Vip back at the top. So you are the initiative leader. You can determine if you guys would like to just bail, run away, end the encounter, or if you want to keep fighting. But if you continue on, you will all suffer a point of dishonor for being delayed.
I think we'll continue.
Okay.
We gotta return that head. So Vip is going to step up and address the three existing ghosts and say, "You saw what happened to the last guy. I suggest you 3 return from where you came
Oh, interesting.
and rest in peace. rather
Okay.
Than pieces."
So what I'm going to require from you is an authority check.
Are you sure it's not persuasion? Either one. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to say you have to call upon your authority, yeah.
Okay.
You're not like talking them out of,
Fair enough. I got
Okay.
11.
And you need a 13 or higher. Would you like to use your virtue to try again?
My virtue is generosity. Could I argue that like I'm giving them one more chance
Yeah,
to
of
survive?
course. Let's do it. Let's do it, of course.
I'm being generous here. You guys have one more chance.
You're the best, Jess.
All right.
Those teeth.
I know those big ass
I know.
teeth.
You need to have those Varga.
15.
Yeah, you need to have those Varga, a Varga
Wow.
and Vip episode.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure my accent's turning into Harga as we go.
Yeah, I know, right? So they're all charging forward. They're in combat. One has fallen or dissipated. But then they hear your words, Vip. And they all lay down their weapons, step away, and vanish completely.
Ooh. Dude, Vip.
And you guys are again left alone with this this mysterious cabin in the woods. And that is the end of the encounter, unless you guys would like to do anything else.
I kind of want to hear Sir Renault present the skull. if you're
Who?
willing. To the woman. Right?
She
Sir
That one
vanished.
disappeared.
She vanished.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah,
Damn.
she vanished.
Oh.
So, Sir Reynolds, you'd be up if you want to do anything else. Otherwise, we can call it here.
I mean, I just kind of like sheathe my sword and kick a rock and like.
Okay. All right.
Comment.
He was so ready. He was so ready to fight. His one opportunity to not be
Sorry.
dishonorable combat.
I wanted to.
Oh, man.
Vip's gonna offer him some bread from the baguette.
I take it and I bite it just like very like. Yeah. And then I start strapping my armor back on and.
Okay. All right. So,
Shine. God damn it.
with the last ghost defeated, the lake is still. The door to the house is open, and inside you see something that was not there before. A skeleton lying on the ground, wearing the decayed remnants of the same dress the woman was wearing, and it is in fact missing its head. You feel a magical energy emanating from the skull, though, Sir Renaud. What would you like to do?
I wanna do a Arcana check, and I want to pick up the what?
So you
I'm
do
gonna take
you do feel, as you're holding it on, like I said, you do feel there is some kind of magical energy about it. There's something special about it.
Could I take it into the house and place it back with the rest of the skeleton
Sure.
and see if something happens?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So you do that, you place it back. You place the skull at the skeleton's neck. And out the window, the sun arises and spills its light over the remains. It casts a greenish glint across your face, a green sunrise. The house is just a house now, its eerie qualities falling away with the light. You walk out the door and march on, trying to shake the sound of that gruff voice out of your head. That is it.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Or did you want to go grab it instead? Yeah, basically
the
all this
skull?
all this happened when you placed it on the neck of the skeleton, yeah.
I mean, do I feel like, but I don't feel like I accomplished anything? Like, do I feel that it actually...
Well, definitely the house is a
Gotcha.
house now. It's not a creepy ass cabin. There's a sunrise. Like it's a
I'm
pretty...
good with that.
You're
I'm
good with that?
Can
Okay.
can I, fuck. Well, we're out of an encounter, so honorable and dishonorable actions don't really count now, right? I don't want to
Well,
be the
yeah.
way to the Green Chapel, but I wouldn't mind burying these remains.
Yeah, I would let you do that. That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
And
that's not gonna that's not a basically if you think of it like if it's gonna require a roll, if there's a chance of failure, you're gonna need to roll.
Gotcha.
Burying,
Okay,
you
well,
don't
then, yeah,
you don't
then
need to worry about it.
if I feel that like whatever evil like was part of this and it dissipated with that, then I would like to, yeah, if the house is a house, I would like to bury the remains
Great.
of
Okay.
the woman.
You
Yeah.
do so.
Love.
Vip, did I knock down your dishonor? Does anyone remember if I did that
I
when
don't
she...
think so,
All right, I will mark it
but
down.
I'm not sure.
I
I
feel
think I
like...
was at 13 before.
Yeah. Okay, now comes the judgment round, everybody. This one's going to be a short one. There wasn't much going on. So, we have honorable results. Go down into the lake, get the head, come back up and return the head. Yes, you in fact did that. -3 dishonor.
Oh yeah.
Defeat the spectral warrior spirits oppressing Winifred. Yeah, I would say you did. -1 dishonor. So dishonorable results. Ignore Winifred's plea? Nope. Ask for a reward at any point? Nope. Take up but then abandon Winifred's request? No. Steal her skull? No. Choose just the ring? Nope. Choose the ring and the skull? Nope. Accept help the voice down in the water? Okay, so you guys were very honorable this round. So that is like -4 across the board. That's crazy.
Oh,
So we did everything right.
You did?
Hell
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, if Ducky would have been at the bottom of that lake, we would have a ring.
He would have told that ring
to the head.
to
Yeah.
We would have had both.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys are at 7. Vip's at
Dude,
8.
4.
Oh my God, yeah. You're
But
at
now
4?
I have something to spend, right? Like, because isn't that one of the mechanics? Is that if somebody gets in a bad way?
Wait,
Yeah,
you-
I take 3. Yeah.
You're at 5, right? Down to
Yeah.
5?
I went from 8. I was at 8
Okay, I must have forgot to knock one off then. Okay.
because when I did the attack.
Got it. Perfect. Yeah, you guys are all in single digits now. However, if you want to try a dishonorable action, it's going to be more difficult now. So that's kind of how it works. It's kind of cool. Like when you start swaying in one direction, it's hard to balance.
Oh.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
see? So that's kind of the
Interesting.
interplay or the balance, I guess. Okay, so this is everybody the 4th and final encounter. of tonight. So it looks like this is indeed a one-shot. So let me get the map ready.
Can't believe Vip has the most dishonor right now.
I know.
I don't know how that happened.
It's all that baguettes.
All the carbs.
All right, I'm gonna drop all of you guys in here.
The Green Knight is gluten free.
Okay. Change the music.
Kill counter.
Be the charge counter too. The
'Cause
one time.
What was
One
your
time.
initiative for that one?
19 or something. I was number 2.
Yeah, it was like super high, but you were second.
Yeah.
All right.
Vip scared them all off.
Vip is badass.
Okay, here we go. The days grow shorter. Oh, what do we got here? Oh man, right at the very final encounter,
Perfect
we got a
timing.
raid.
Perfect timing.
Welcome, raiders. We are concluding the Green Knight role-playing game. We have finally these adventurers have made it to the Green Chapel, the very end of their journey. The pact that they made with the Green Knight is, well, we shall see if it will be fulfilled. So thank you so much for joining us. Stick around. We're going to wrap this up pretty soon. Well, I don't know. We'll see. This is the last encounter. Maybe it's going to take a little bit more time. But anyway, I will continue. The days grow shorter as you venture deeper into the woods. The trees get thicker, stranger, and somehow greener. A thick fog blankets the moss-covered ground, and up ahead you see an opening in the forest, where the mist seems to part like a curtain, and you make your way toward it. In the clearing, it allows a little light to filter through, but you can make out the shapes of weathered gravestones, their runic carvings almost completely worn away by time. And beyond that, in the center of the clearing, half hidden in the greenery, stands an ancient structure. Tree limbs twist and bend to its shape. The air is still and the wood is silent. You have finally found it. Standing there, half forgotten, half glorious, you have reached the Green Chapel. So, first thing we need to do is dishonor. So it's really great. You guys did awesome. You were very honorable last encounter. So I will give everybody one back.
So narratively, the idea is because like a year has been up.
So,
Like we're kind of late to the start.
hey, Bayless.
Woo-woo.
Welcome. Another raid, man. I
Hey.
feel like we've had
Dang,
4 raids. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Dang, dude. I mean, there's 32 people here. Maybe give them a brief.
Yeah. So we are playing, clearly, you can see by my sweet crown and the label below, we're playing the Green Knight role-playing game. It is based on the film of the same name by David Lowery, put out by A24 Films. And this is an interesting, we have finally, our 4 heroes here have all struck the Green Knight a year ago. And they've made a pact to return to the Green Chapel and face him. Hey, Jay Miller, thanks for the sub. And here they are. They have finally made it. They've encountered bandits. They've encountered a talking fox. They've encountered a woman who was seeking her head at the bottom of a lake and fought spectral warriors. The road has been long, but finally
Some
they
of
are
us
here. Yeah, some of you guys. They have finally reached it. So you guys have all, thanks for the sub. Wow. Oh, we got a bunch of gift subs. Thank you, Steph.
Yeah, Steph gifted some 5 subs.
Appreciate it. Okay. So, the way this encounter is going to work is essentially we need 3 successful actions. One successful action from each character. So, entering the Green Chapel itself, facing the Green Knight, and meeting your fate. So, as you approach the Green Chapel, you feel a profound sense of dread in your stomach. The building seems to not just be covered in vines, but composed of greenery itself. As much a part of the forest as the trees surrounding it. It has no door, but the interior is too shaded to see clearly. Do you have the honor to enter? So, let's do initiative and see what our order is.
Also, thank you for the hype train. That
Oh,
we're
I didn't even
already
realize.
I
I was
know.
reading.
For,
Thank
for
you.
Janelle, Skull, thank you so much,
99%.
Jeff, for the gift.
And Gal.
I have not unlocked the Threblove emotes on our own channel, and I need to do that.
Yeah, why are we only at 99%? Exactly. What's going on? That's
How many
weird.
bits do I need? I don't even know how many bits I need to do that. Let's
Oh.
just.
100.
Oh, man. There we go. Look at that. Thank you for that final hype action. Yeah, so everybody do me a favor and roll initiative so we get the
Uhtred
order.
was feeling it. Destiny is all.
Foundry love for sure.
Yeah, loving the Foundry. And then Vip, your authority is +2 or +1? I guess it doesn't matter.
2.
2? So I guess we'll just keep you, unless Sir
5.
Renault wants to. Yeah, you'd be at 5. Reynolds at.
Oh, I don't have any authority. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're at 5, so you'd be at 5 too. So we'll just keep the order. So Uhtred is first in line. You see the entrance to the Green Chapel yawning wide.
I mean, this is Uhtred's destiny. Destiny is all.
Yes.
The sword is sheathed. It's ridiculous because it's over his back, which is not anything that was done in medieval times.
Mhm.
And he kind of fluffs the fur on the side of his tunic and heads on in.
Okay, so, like I said, it's very you feel this dread. You feel that it's going to be a very difficult journey, despite the fact that you know this. You've come so far, and it's been so long for this very moment. So how would you like to kind of push yourself onward, kind of bite the bullet, so to speak, and plunge into the Green Chapel?
Yeah, I mean, to me, this just seems like it's all courage and endurance. Like he just needs
Okay.
to.
So you want
Suck it
to
up.
just march through confidently? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Especially because like he's feeling like he knows he wants to go kind of kick the Christians out of his part of this country once he gets back, and this is one way to do it. Is to
Okay.
get to this guy.
All right, so give me an endurance check, and all you need to do is get a 5 or higher to succeed.
Oh, sweet. And I have a +2. Okay.
This is damn near impossible for you.
Dude, don't say that because this is classic DK. All right, here we go.
Yeah, you succeeded.
Yeah.
You succeeded. Okay, so you just, swallow all of that dread down. It's gone completely, and you march through knowing your true fate awaits you. And
Right
you
on.
pass through there. So, you walk inside the chapel, and mist is drifting through the weathered stone and hangs about the floors and the corners. And you slowly make your way to the block of stone that resembles an altar. And where the pulpit would be is only a massive tree trunk. Your eyes are searching the area for the Green Knight, and it is only as you get closer that you realize he is already there. He is
So-
one with the tree. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can Uhtred do like a non kind of ability thing, just role play?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So this was, like Uhtred has serpent breath, which was the sword that was kind of enchanted in the wood
Mhm.
by his pagan friend, and he's not gonna unsheath it, but he's gonna he's got that ridiculous strap over his shoulder, and he like unbuckles it, and if he knows that tree is an altar, he's gonna set it on there, but he's shaking.
Okay. All right, so as you approach this altar, the Green Knight, just twisted and dark, just a little bit of light casting on him, and you recognize this face very, very distinctly. And he says you, and this voice is just shaking the earth. You came. Has it been 1 year? And next up on the initiative order is Edwin. So all of you guys have, you kind of took Uhtred's power and you saw him confidently march through the door. And you guys all felt the same. So what would you like to do?
So we're all in the chapel, correct?
Oh, actually, shit, no. You have
Let's
to,
do
all of you guys have to have the courage to go in. Sorry about that. I forgot it requires a successful action from every player. So this isn't a group thing. So yeah, you're still outside. You saw Uhtred march in confidently. But again, you feel that dread. What would you like to do?
Edwin's thinking back to all the times that he's marched into a situation head on and how he's probably just been hit in the head when that happens. So he's going to sneak in.
Oh, sneak in. Interesting. So you're going to, let's see. Yeah, stealth. So yeah, you can use stealth. Approaching
Sweet.
cautiously. So give me a stealth roll, and you just have to get an 8 or higher. This is an honorable action.
+2.
Oh wait, I didn't give. Oh, you succeed. And I didn't knock yours down yet either, did I, Matt?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, of course. And I'm knocking Edwin's down since I'm here. All right, Edwin. You sneak inside, not leaves nor twigs crunch beneath your feet. And you see this light casting down inside the chapel. You see the Green Knight in the distance, and you see Uhtred. What were you saying? You're kneeling before it, kind of? Matt?
Uhtred, he's standing there, like, as Edwin kind of stealths in, he's standing there and he's putting the sword on the altar, but he's kind of like,
Great. Okay.
you know, this is unnatural, and he's not
Perfect.
totally sure he's doing the right thing.
Okay. Now, next is Sir Reynolds. So you saw Uhtred enter confidently. You saw Edwin enter stealthily. What would you like to do as you shiver in your armor? Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, no, I much like Uhtred, am courageous and valorous.
Okay.
And I would like to endure this feeling and push through it and march into the Green
Okay.
Chapel.
So give me an endurance or a brawn roll, either one. I think it's all the same.
Ooh, so I'm gonna
Use your
valorously
reroll. All right, let's do a valor.
Yeah.
Let's check our valor.
Alright, so that virtue is, come on. I just need to get higher than an 8, right?
8 or higher. 8 or higher.
I don't know.
There we go. All right.
All right.
Taking Uhtred's lead, you power through the door and enter the chapel. Okay, Vip, you are up. What would you like to do? You're the only one left behind.
Okay, so I want to remember how that last encounter went, and call back to how I had the courage to step up to those ghosts and use my authority.
Okay,
That
will work.
But you know, I'm scared, so I'm trying to persuade myself that I am full of courage and authoritative and can do this.
Trick herself.
You just gotta say it in the Cartman voice.
Respect my authority.
Yeah.
So can I do
give me-
persuasion?
Oh, persuasion.
I'm trying to persuade myself that
Oh.
I am the man.
I think persuasion is going to. Well,
Is it too much? Okay.
Can you you could lie to yourself? Trickery?
I don't have good trickery.
Yeah, you
Oh.
could use trickery. I think you could use persuasion to, like, maybe force or allow another character to enter. as another player's I don't know. I feel like
Okay, I'll just try to gather the authority that I did
the
for my last
authority.
encounter.
Okay, let's do that. Let's get an authority
Okay.
roll.
Come on, bit.
Oh yeah.
11.
Perfect. See,
Cool.
and you gain a point of, and I don't think I subtracted yours yet either, did I, Ryan? So you're down to
I don't think so
7.
either. Yeah, I'm done to 7.
Vip is at 8. Quite honorable. Okay. Updating now. All right, so all of you guys are inside the Green Chapel. And as he said, you came. Has it been 1 year? And we are back to the top of the initiative. Meaning
Hi,
everybody gets a point of dishonor. So let me...
Oh, because it's another round.
Yeah, it's another round, so 9. But yeah, go ahead, Matt. What
I
do you
mean, we're
wanna
already
do?
at the Green Chapel, and we get dishonor for being delayed to get here. So, do we really keep getting dishonor?
But isn't the
I
mechanic?
mean,
It seems like it's
I
just to make it
I thought
even
about
harder.
that. But yeah, it says continue to mark dishonor at the start of each initiative count. So
All right.
maybe because like these moments are just you've made it here, but you haven't quite made your decision yet to get inside. And plus, it's stacking dishonor, so it makes it more difficult because you guys have to.
Just
You guys
not
have
just
to
nothing
like
that.
succeed at 3 things, and the first one you guys have all passed, which is entering the Green Chapel. So, so this Green Knight is looming over you all. Uhtred, what would you like to do?
I thought. Does the Green Knight? He just asked if it's been a year, and Uhtred's.
Yeah.
I
So
don't-
basically, yeah. Think
it's
of
been a year.
Yeah, think of it this way, right? Is that you're still just, you're really nervous about doing this. You know what's coming for you. So you have just this fear like biting at you. So every
Yeah.
step of the way. So really what's going to happen is this is going to require a roll to find the courage to actually respond to the Green Knight.
Yeah.
To not
That's
say,
why I'm
oh,
just
just
trying to-
kidding. It hasn't been a year yet. I'm out of
Yeah.
here.
No. So do I just do endurance over and over and over again? Because
So yeah, you
I'm
can
looking at the
use
chart.
you can use endurance if you'd like to. Basically, you will stoically or silently nod.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's got a thing that's like the same boost, but it's a little more interesting. He's got
Eh,
performance,
Okay.
and
It's-
so what he can do is like he feels himself shivering, and he lets go of the scabbard,
okay.
and then like he kind of remembers like because he was raised in a castle by Christians. He remembers like some theater classes they had given him, and they're just like, take a breath, like get grounded, and he grounds himself, and he knows like that. I mean, he can picture in his mind that he fucking cut this guy's head off a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like, fuck.
Okay.
And he's just like, I'm gonna have to do this, and so he's not really sure what to do, but he's definitely let go of the sword, and so he's just gonna for the performance. He's gonna take a stance, kind of with his arms kind of behind his back, kind of like at attention, like waiting for orders, kind of thing.
Okay. So you're going
be-
to
Like he'll perform to like make it look
To-
like he's there, ready to.
that
take
he's
his-
ready. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So give me a performance check then.
Yeah, there we go. I think that went.
So you rolled a 5 plus, so a 5 total. So that's just
are you
that's
kidding me?
that's just
Oh,
enough.
but I made it though.
That's
'cause
just
I'm
enough.
at 4.
Wow.
Holy
Wow.
That's crazy.
Well, you're at 4 now because remember the other
And I'm at-
round.
Yeah, I was at 4, but now
Well,
I go to 3.
You were at
because I
5
passed.
because remember I had to add another dishonor to everybody, or did I do that wrong?
No, I went from 3 to 4 because I was at 3 because I had the success.
But after the new initiative order, everybody gets a
Yeah,
dishonor.
it went up to 4.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I got a 5, I passed, and then now I'll go back to 3 if it was honorable what I did.
It was honorable. Yes.
Okay.
All right. You successfully answered the
Holy
Green
shit.
Knight. So you are down to 3. All right. So next up is Edwin. How would you like to face the Green Knight?
So Edwin's virtue is meek. So he definitely does not have the courage to just go up there, chest out. So he's gonna kind of again stealthily approach in front, but kind of hiding, not really hiding, but kind of like behind Uthred.
Okay. So what means are you gonna try to answer the Green Knight? You trying to like, I don't know, change the subject? Are you trying to, answer him and say yes, it has in fact been 1 year? Affirming. What would you?
I'm not the best on time, but I mean, it feels like a year. It could be a year.
Okay, so you can use performance, persuasion, authority to answer the affirmative if you'd like to be vocal.
All right, I'll use persuasion.
Okay. So you only need to roll a 8 or higher. Whew, and you do. So then next, actually, before I forget, I'll mark you -1 dishonor. Okay. So you hear the twisting branches as he turns his head toward you, Sir Renault.
Has it been 1 year?
I can't do that guy's voice. He has such an awesome voice.
What immediately stuck in my head
Dr.
was
Claw?
that weird evil space planet from Fifth Element that they were trying to fight the entire time. As he stands before me, I feel like the splatter of his blood on me again and the weight of my mistake in striking him down a year ago. And I would like to stoically nod.
Okay.
And yeah, so just
That'll be an
endure
endurance.
this. Yeah. So I don't have a reroll on this.
Ooh. Do you have any pluses to it?
I got a +4. I could charge him. Get a
Yeah, hey, you guys can do whatever you want. You can try to attack him.
I strike him down again. It's
I
see
don't,
you next year,
yeah. I don't want you guys to
motherfucker.
think that you're forced to answer him.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the hell you want. Yeah.
Oh
No,
my God.
you got by.
Oh my jeez, oh fudge.
In the story.
Woo.
We are all just squeaking by on
I
some
know,
of
I
these
know.
rolls.
What's great about this last encounter is too,
Oh.
it requires multiple successes, kind of like a skill challenge. So, you manage a nod,
Oh.
and it is definitely enough for this Green Knight. And then finally, he turns his head toward the smallest man among you, Vip. What would you like to do? As he asks you if it's been 1 year.
Yes, I've been keeping tallies on my crumhorn. There's not many guests at this wedding. He thinks he's at a chapel for a wedding.
Oh,
He's
okay.
a bard. He thinks he's
Okay.
playing at a wedding.
So basically, you're trying to add some levity to the situation, even though on the inside you're very just like you're in knots.
Yeah.
So you want to do like a performance check then? You're like trying to, or persuasion to like make it feel like,
Persuasion.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it. Give me a persuasion check. And you only have to roll, what are you at, 9? 9 or higher.
Okay. I have a +4.
And you succeed.
Yes. Okay.
He seems to buy your story. All right, I will remove a point of dishonor. And we will move on. Okay.
Then we add one again.
Oh yeah, we're at the top of the initiative. So let me add that. Let me add that back really quick before we go on to the next one. So 9. Edwin is at 8. Matt or Uhtred is at 4 again, and then Sir Renault is back at 8. Okay. All right. So, as you guys all, affirm his question in multiple different ways, he rips one great arm from out of the wall, then the second, and each movement sounds like an entire tree uprooting. He stands at a full height, towering above you. So, you have chosen honor. Good. And his voice just echoes across the grove, commanding all the strength, wisdom, and age of the earth around you. Now, kneel. And he pulls his axe from deep in the tree's gnarled branches. The knight approaches you and lifts his axe with both hands up above his head. Can your honor hold true? So, Uhtred, as he's wielding this massive axe above you, commanding you to kneel, what will you do?
Yeah. So I think Uhtred's gonna kneel.
Okay.
Like this is what he came here for.
Okay, so to basically, find the courage to do so, because you know what's coming next. You know this axe is going to fall down upon the back of your neck. I need you to make me an endurance roll. Okay. To just kneel and not flinch whatsoever, and take what you got coming.
Okay, here we go. I mean, it should.
Okay.
All right.
You succeed. So you are at 3. We will find out shortly once we find out what the other characters are going to do. So next up is Edwin. He commands you. Do you kneel?
I guess I'm not in a position to argue. He's gonna kneel reluctantly.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I'm gonna need a like an endurance check, I guess. See if you can summon the strength and the will to do it.
Sweet.
You just got to get an 8 or higher. Oh. And did you check your virtue already?
I have not.
Okay, so I'm assuming you'd like to do so.
Yeah. This time for real?
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
All right. You
shit.
find the courage. Unflinching, you kneel near Uhtred. Sir Renault, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I
Kneel as well?
gonna kneel. Again, like the weight of my mistakes just pushes me down onto one knee, and I kneel in front of the Green Knight.
Okay,
With
give me
another
a endurance. Yeah. This shouldn't be hard. An 8 or higher. And you do as well. You see all your comrades doing the same, and you kneel. And finally, the one with the shortest neck, perhaps. Vip.
But the longest baguette.
The longest baguette and the shortest neck, yes.
Well, I reason I've lived a long life. I'm an old man. I take a bite of the baguette and kneel.
Okay. So, are you going to try to use your endurance?
I'm trying to use reason.
Reason. Just because you reason it's a good thing to do?
Yeah, I'm reasoning with myself that, like, you've lived a long, good life. This is fine.
Okay. I guess I'll give you that. I'll give you that. So give me a
Okay, thanks.
reason roll.
Oh, God.
And you can't.
No. I have a +4, but that doesn't matter.
Wow. Okay. Wait. What'd you roll? A 2?
What? Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So you can't, despite the fact that the rest of your companions are kneeling before this Green Knight, you just can't seem to do it. So
Does anybody have one left though? Because can't you give it to another person?
you
Can
can.
I?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So I will give her Valorous.
Okay.
Like I'm assuming my head's on
Your head is
for
currently
the moment.
on. Yeah.
For the moment. Okay. So do something
Thank you, Matt.
Valorous.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Matt.
So why don't we get a re-roll here?
It's a 1.
Okay.
Oh, God, I thought it was for a second.
Boundary.
Woo! All right. Wow. Okay.
I owe Uthred my life.
Oh, well.
If I didn't already owe the Green Knight my life.
Yes.
So what did Vip do to the Green Knight figure?
I hit him
Bonked
with
him.
my
You hit
I
him.
bonked him with my crumb horn while drunkenly dancing on
Gotcha.
a bar.
Okay. So all of you guys, you're all kneeling at the foot of the Green Knight. You close your eyes and brace your body for the axe to decapitate you. And you hear, "Well done." The Green Knight traces a finger across your throat. "Now, off with thy head." You don't feel it. There is only blackness. Your head is gone. You are gone. However, you are not dead. Your body becomes one with the earth. You have chosen honor. The legend you made lives on. It's rooted deep in the ground, and each time your story is told, a sapling emerges from the earth. Time will let the sapling grow into a mighty tree, and the tree's branches will be gnarled and look like bones broken and healed 100 times. Its shadows will seem foreign to a passerby. Cold wind will blow through its branches. More sun will break through, feeding the damp earth around you. Your roots will burrow deep. The green will bloom, more saplings will rise, more nights will go forth, and you will grow. And that, everybody, is the conclusion of the Green Knight. We had a great time. Everyone was very honorable toward the end, despite kind of a rough start. I think we did pretty damn well.
I think it could have gone a different way if it had been Ducky at the lake, I think.
I'm just saying, I didn't get to murder anybody.
I know.
And I'm quite upset about it. I
Yeah.
should have murdered those fuckers in the beginning.
I was really curious if you guys were going to try to attack the Green Knight, see what would happen. But
What would have happened?
Stuff would have happened.
I could have charged him.
You could have charged him. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that was your quest. You guys did choose the honorable thing to do, and you knelt and met your fate. So that's the end, everybody. Thanks, everybody in the chat, for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to the players. Hopefully it was an easy enough system to grasp last minute.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So that's it. I guess we're going to stick around for a raid. Who should we raid? Is there any...
I'm looking at stuff. There's nothing in
Yeah.
TTRPG that's, English and really going. And even D&D tonight, a lot of things are like very low. Do you want to raid maybe a little bit bigger streamer tonight? There's
yeah, why not?
somebody doing some painting streams. There's Captain Robert, who's always on doing stuff. There's Nat19 Official. So do you want to do D&D painting, or do you want to do some D&Ds?
I'd say we do a game, since we're playing a
Okay.
game. But yeah.
All right. 1 or 2?
2.
All right. So we are going to raid Captain Robert.
Cool,
So-
cool. All right, everybody, stick around. We got a thank you screen about ready to roll. Appreciate all of the subs, all of the bits, everything. I know there was no like bonuses or blesses and banes or anything, but appreciate the support as always, and hope you enjoyed it. Pick it up at a24.com if you'd like to run a group of friends through the quest of the Green Knight, and we will see you next time. See you later.